This weekend is we are going to have the big clash. Let me see what is behind the daily graphic. Kotoko stretch lead with a Tugas hat trick. Oh my God, this is beautiful. And the beast himself, Frank Bella Thierry Etuga, is here. A beautiful picture of him when he destroys the Accra Lions team in Kumasi over the last weekend. And the next is Accra Hatoful. In fact, if you are Accra, if you have Accra before your name, we will destroy you this weekend. Thank you very much for the word so sweet.
Well, I have the most authoritative newspaper. That's the Ghanaian Times. And I'm looking at a story that's very interesting here for me. NPA, the National Petroleum Authority, has a warning for all tabletop fuel stations. You know what we're talking about? Tabletop fuel stations. The fuel, so-called fuel, can we even call them fuel stations? That are not meeting standards. They don't meet standards. They don't follow standards. So all that. Yes, they are being waging war. NPA is waging war against them, trying to prevent disaster, trying to prevent damage or spoilage to your cars as well, and trying to adhere to certain safety standards as well. We are also being asked to desist from purchasing from such tabletop fuel stations. And a picture of Dr. Mustafa Abdul Hamid, the chief executive of the NPA, is there. Very good one. And that story is further highlighted on page 17. More stories on the front page. Autopsy on 13 Apiati explosion victims completed. So the autopsies of those that lost their lives in that unfortunate incident has come out. So it's out there, Dr. Dasmani. Also on page 17, the story is there. He's the MCE, and he has a lot to say on that. You want to know so that you don't jump to conclusions. Read about the autopsy. The story folds on page 17. GHS administers 12.1 million COVID-19 vaccine doses nationwide so far. I know I'm part of that figure. Yeah. Sam, are you part?
Oh, of course. I took
Okay.
I think I was one of the few early COVID-19 vaccine takers. Yeah. Yes,
Oh,
yes. I
both?
took
You're
mine.
taking both?
Yes, of course, of course.
Okay.
I
All
took
right.
mine quite earlier. I think we took ours, myself, Pepsival, and Nans. I think we took ours a day after our leaders, the president. You know, the president took theirs.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
early.
yeah, yeah. We are special
I
people, you know.
yeah, sure.
Thank you very.
I
Well, the,
think that's a serious message to the one behind the camera looking at you. He's afraid of the needle.
you need to see what Anas did at the media center the last day. I mean, we need to find that video. I changed phones, but I'm
Oh,
sure
tell me
Pepsi
all
will have.
about it.
Pepsi will have that video. Trust me, it was a huge scene there.
Wow.
It took about 10 minutes to get the needle closer to Anas and get the vaccine. Oh, it was so interesting. I'll find the video for you. Don't worry. We'll
Wow.
play it on TV on the birthday for
Wow.
everybody to see how scared Anas is of the needle. Good morning, Anas, wherever you are. Thank you very much for.
Anyway, let's look at another story. 50 suspected criminals nabbed in police swoop in Tamale. Tamale. I've been asked to see Tamale.
Over the a week, I think yesterday, there was some unfortunate incident up north. Is it Lam something something? I have to find the name.
Lambusi.
Lam, yeah. There was a clash between the police and some people from the town, natives of the town. It was quite unfortunate, yes. There are reports this morning that the police has already interdicted about 6 policemen who were involved in this very, very unfortunate incident there. We hope that the police would bring some finality to some of these things as soon as possible,
Yes,
because
yes.
we can't have civilians and our security personnel, I mean, clashing. I mean, it doesn't speak well of us, especially
Shows
of our
the badge.
security.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That said, I move on to sports. Kotoko win and Hearts draw. Well,
Thank
Hearts
you.
after
Thank you. Thank you.
Hearts after that loss. You know when they traveled out.
Yes.
After
Yes.
that loss,
Yes.
they've not been
House of
themselves.
10. We call them House of 10.
they've not been themselves.
And I'm very happy. They shouldn't be themselves. They should continue.
Happy Vows Day to all Hearts of Oak. I believe that if nothing at all, today should bring you some relief and joy. So your supporters are still with you. And happy Vows Day also to Kotoko for this win. I think it's deserved.
Oh yes,
especially
yes.
after last week's. Yeah. So this you do
know,
deserve it.
You know, we are going to have to who has a folk mobile. You see, we want to who you mobile, and then this weekend we will do it cool for you people at the Accra.
All right. Okay, we get it. We get it. No, we so Kotoko sits on top of the table with 36 points. Well, Bichem United with 30, just the top four. Great Oli with 28, and Adriana Stars with 27.
Where is your team? Where is your team?
I said just the top four. So
I am happy.
Be careful, eh? So that's it for the most authoritative news.
All right, okay. I have the new Crusading Guide here, but before that, let me read a few of our messages coming in already.
Okay.
Kindly send us your message, your love to your loved ones, mom, dad, wives, husbands, siblings, everybody, and we'll read them for you. Today being Vows Day, I'm wishing my family, friends, and my fans a lovely vows, especially my mom. This is from Precious Lee, the Slay blogger. Precious Lee, the Slay blogger. Thank you very much for sending us this message. Happy Vows Day to my friends at Zinkope Hostel from Susie. All right, happy Vows Day to my friends at Zinkope Hostel. I hope I got it right. From Susie. So you can continue to send us your message. We will definitely extend those wishes to your loved ones. Now, let me come to the new Crusading Guide. Osu installs new manche. Osu installs new manche. And DC's macho men attack school feeding caterers in Amansia Central. Charlie. How? Why do we like attacking? I mean, sometimes I feel it is ingrained, like our natural instincts, our natural reactions is to always attack. I mean, yes. Why do we like attacking? Police attacking, civilians attacking.
So it seems there's a culture of violence, and it's infectious. Even the students. I don't know if over the weekend I think on Friday.
Yes. I saw a very unfortunate.
I've forgotten the name of the school, but the students attacked a mate because he didn't purchase water for them.
It was quite unfortunate. I saw that clip,
and it keeps going on. It's as I said, it's become infectious, so it keeps going on. The culture of violence, I don't know if it has ever brought anything positive to anybody or any group of persons, but it's got to stop. Something has to start, maybe from the top, maybe from the down, whichever way it affects us, it has to stop. And parents,
you see, the very unfortunate aspect is that mostly you have men who are trained, okay, and they are supposed to be leading the way. For instance, you have a DCE, and for a DCE, that is a district chief executive, to allow, you see, and you can't even tell us you are not aware, to allow your bodyguards, in quote, macho men, to attack any person. I mean, that is wrong on every level.
Resign,
exactly, because you are supposed to be leading the way, especially in our communities and our societies, for us, the rest, to follow. No matter what the people have done to you. It could be an offense. Maybe they would have offended you in any way. But to that extent that your people go to attack them, that, I mean, you can't take the law into your hands because you're a DCE. The police are security people. You can't take the law into your hands and say, people of, let's say, Accra have insulted us, attacked us, so we want to attack them. No. I mean, you have been trained to handle some of these things. And that is how we learn from you guys. So please, whatever it is, the attacks our military people, they will attack. As police, they will attack. DC is now attacking. Our parliamentarians were even attacking themselves. So something has to stop. And we are urging the IGP. I believe, unless he doesn't hear of some of these things, once he hears of these things, definitely swoop in and then do what is needful. But please, let us calm down the attacks. It's not necessary. Now, NLA strikes and arrest 7 illegal Lotto campaigns in Kumasi. I hope one day we would have the chance to discuss the NLA on our shows.
Yeah.
Over the, I think last week I tried calling the NLA to alert them about, someone contacted me and said his name is Mr. Dixon. And on WhatsApp, I could see the person had displayed, what's the guy's name? Sami Oku's picture. Yes. And said, my name is Mr. Dixon. I work with the NLA. In fact, I'm at the head office. And we are doing something, and we can give you these Lotto numbers that will be mentioned 2 days to come, and you can do this. And immediately I picked my phone, I went to the internet, and I think I was somewhere, yes, I was in a car. So I tried to look for a contact.
Okay.
I mean, to find out if they are aware of such things. And you know, it is very rampant on social media nowadays, especially on Facebook. You see people sending Lotto numbers and saying that we work with the NLA. I mean, these are, I don't know whether you call it leakages or gaps in their operations.
Okay.
And the fact that they say they work at the NLA offices and perpetuating set activities, it's really an indictment on the NLA. And this should really, I mean, I believe they are aware of some of these things because they are rampant now. Those calling and saying that, hey, Pacho, your Lotto numbers, I mean, it's rampant now, and the NLA should find a way. I believe we'll have a time to speak about this for to create some awareness. NPA reviewing act to meet international standards. Okay. And court vindicates Koforidua Portwa chairman. Awards 40,000 against his defamer. Let me go straight to the sports pages. I know I'll see Kotok or something there. Utuado named Ghana coach for World Cup playoffs against Nigeria. Jota scores twice in Liverpool win over Leicester, and Chelsea's unvaccinated is set to miss away Champions League tie in Lille. That's it for the new Crusading Guide.
Okay, so the Daily Guide has this for us, an update on the Jomoro MP case. The accused person is now being accused again of having 2 dates of birth. 2 dates of birth. Well, whatever the person found out and what it means, what it implies, whether it is true, whether it is not, just grab a copy of the Daily Guide. That story is on page 3. Yes, so besides fighting the issue with whether she's renounced her citizenship to the other country, now 2 dates of birth is what she's being attacked with. E-passport dazes NDC and starts on 1st March. During this weekend, this particular issue had me scrambling for any piece of information on the internet. So I was focused on this a bit. I saw ICAO coming out to tell us that that's the international
Mami, I was confused by them.
I was confused. You know, I remember during the week, last week, I read an information that said that Bawumia has been vindicated. Then I come back and I see this news article coming from ICAO to say that they've not done any such thing as vindicating anybody. All they are saying is that the Ghana card meets the standard of an ICAO card.
Yes.
It has all the biometric. Yes, it's readable. It's machine readable. That's what they are saying. They've not said that it can be accepted in all the 44,000 airports that was purported in that news article. So yes, I got a little confused. I dug deeper. I had to read a little more on it, and I understood what they were saying. Maybe because I worked with the NIA for some parts, so I understood what they were saying. They are saying that it has to, or it rests on the laps of the individual countries to say that we accept this card or we don't accept it. So I think that for me, the caution should come to all these newspapers and the information they send out there.
Okay, so quickly,
right.
there is a response to the ICAO's whatever they brought in. Ignore the wrong interpretation of ICAO's statement. Ghana card is valid as e-passport. You know, Dr. Gideon Buakon was on one of the sister stations to detail the explanation as far as that particular card is concerned. I happened to be listening to him for a very long time with Uncle Reginald. I think we were on one of these meetings. We were on our way to one meeting, and then we stayed in traffic for quite long. So we listened to majority of the explanations. And in fact, there was this Kofi Tonto guy who is a former worker, I think former spokesperson or something for the U.S. embassy, or the U.K. embassy, UK embassy in the U.K., who were also contacted, and then he also shed some light on what it means for us. And so, for me, I wasn't surprised that Dr. Guillaume Boakun came back with the response. He says, just like our current stomach booklet passport, you need ICAO to approve and capture the data into their public key directory for certification before any country can accept it as official document, travel document. Such key ceremony certification was done on 9th February in the case of the Ghana card. It is the ultimate step to take before any national identity card or passport can be used for traveling purposes. Ghana has crossed this stage with respect to the Ghana card, making it officially certified as having the right qualities to be admissible by receiving countries as e-passport. It goes on and on and on and on and on. So myself, and I was telling you that I was a little bit confused by, because if you watch the ICAO statement that came, it starts, ICAO is aware of recent and incorrect media report. You say incorrect media reports claiming that ICAO has agreed that Ghana ID card is equivalent to an e-passport. However, it is not ICAO's role to certify the use of state identity card for international. The last portion of that tweet is, Ghana's successful conclusion of its key ceremony on 9th February is a major milestone in its effort to provide for more international acceptance of its electronic travel document. So, maybe we'll have to revisit this.
We'll go deeper into it later. But I have to, before continuing, I want to apologize to all our viewers everywhere. We are having some challenges with a live feed. So you may be noticing that we go off and on, especially if you are continuously watching us. We're going off and on, off and on. It is, of course, due to some technical challenges. Our apologies, especially on a love day like this, where we bring you nothing but goodness and that is filled with love. We do apologize, but keep watching. We are doing whatever we can to make sure that you receive the best. So don't go anywhere. Just stay glued to Adwa TV. We will continue. So you can continue watching us on Facebook as well. I continue. 7 illegal lotto kingpins arrested, and he read that earlier on. 7 illegal lotto kingpins arrested. Free Zone's collective export exceeds $27 billion. And there is a picture of Mike Okwe Jr. there looking whether saddened or disgusted. I don't know which one it is, but on Free Zones, I think that is what do you think? I think it's good news, and we should continue. Exports exceeds $27 billion. Indian envoy rallies support for Nkoranza. A picture of Nana Kwame Bamfo and Sungan. Wait, is an Indian name. I have not gone to that school. Sungan Rajaram and Kwesi Edu Jan. So they, the Indian envoy there, showing support for Nkoranza, and the story is on page 6. I'm going to the back page. Renault gives 2 vehicles to GBA for Pro Boxing League.
We have some details on that particular story. And of course, yes. We are everywhere. Adwa Sports, we are everywhere. So in fact, we have the press release attached to that. We are at the event. We were present at the event. The GBA media officer is a very good friend of ours, and so he made us aware of that deal, that relationship that Renault has created with the Ghana Boxing Authority. I think it's a very, very interesting one, and they should keep on doing good work for the Boxing Authority.
I think the boxing league, whatever it is, also needs that kind of push and boost. Not always the football, as it's causing a lot of heartache now. So Kunedu Iadom AstroTurf is ready for use. I'll be there this afternoon. Match.
Don't go and break your leg, please.
Or I can score party and when you put party and Jonah and Sasu on a team,
Thank you
I
very
believe I
much.
can do
Okay,
well.
thank you.
Well,
We are done.
Chelsea, talking about football, Chelsea clinched Club World Cup. Club World Cup. My idea.
I saw our boss
I'm not
Cyril. Hey, boss
jubilating.
Cyril was celebrating over the
Ah,
weekend.
he's a
Oh.
Chelsea fan.
Yeah, so go and
Oh,
see his
why?
status everywhere. Chelsea, Chelsea,
Why?
Chelsea, Chelsea. Say, hey, boss,
Anyway,
you are chilling.
they've won something, so anything I say will not be effective enough. I
All
forever
right.
hold my peace.
Okay, that's it for
Yeah,
the
the daily guide.
daily guide.
Sorry.
But I also have another daily. That's the Statesman. Free Zones Authority generates $27 billion in exports. Good to hear. But generates $27 billion in export. Hey, but we can get e-levy out of this money. The 7 billion is e-levy, and they should continue with the 20. So if Free Zones can do this, or it's not just in a year. Free Zones, if it is in a year, please tell us so that we can go and explain to them that next year we can get our e-levy from here. Thank you very much, Free Zones. Well, $200 million annual fish imports worrying. President outlines measures to halt illegal fish. He spent this much on importing fish. Hey,
When we have the sea
Charlie.
stretching on our coast right there.
Coup monger for court today. Oliver Mausi Baker Womavo picture is here, and NLA intensifies fights against illegal lotto operations. Illegal lotto operations. NPA reviewing act to meet international standards. The Ghana Airport Company Limited says Ghana card as e-passport starts March 1. That is 1st March. I'll use mine to travel on 1st March. We will not return to the IMF, says Soforiata, and the FDA launches scheme to regulate street food vending. That's good. That's good. Okay. Ghanaian movies are good. Peter Sedufia. And let me go and see what we have on the sports pages. Aberdeen manager departs after 11 months. Raheem Sterling is incredibly important to Man City, but will the Ford commit his future? All right. And Ghanaian winger Isaac Nuhu shines on injury return despite Eupen's defeat to Ghent in Belgium. Okay, so I would end with the daily statement here.
All right, and I'll end with the Chronicle, jumping right into it. Fireworks in court is the screaming headlines. Phil Gabriel's $10 million suit against Wuntumi for calling him a thief. And the picture of the two here. Valco's renaissance in the pipeline. Samuel Abujina, Paul Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, are that to say, are dying indigents gnash teeth at Electrochem and Electrochem, others over the Songo Lagoon agreement. Ghana spends $200 million annually. Yes, that's the shocker for me, to import fish due to depleting stock, and that is from the president. More on sports. Is there any? There's nothing new. Kotoko issue and new. Anyway, so the quote for the day. That's how we sum up or wrap up newspaper headlines. Matthew 12:36. I tell you, on the day of judgment, people will give account for every careless word that they speak. Mind you, what I'm about to say next are not careless words. I wish my mom, Lydia Okwe in Dome, yes, I wish you a happy Vows Day. I also wish Reverend Father Isaac Bonnie a happy Vows Day as well. And to all the crew, it's happy Vows Day. Anybody you want to wish this day?
Well, everybody, especially the Adwa TV viewers, yes, we really love them. And we wish you a very, very beautiful day. Have a pleasant one. It's a birthday of a good friend of mine. He's actually an Osofo, Reverend Eddie of the Victory Bible Church. Victory Bible Church, Eddie. Wherever you are, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to everybody who is celebrating today. Happy birthday to Angela. Oh, my own offers. Angie.
14th
Yes,
February.
yes. Angela's birthday is today. That's a very good friend of mine.
She needs a chocolate
wife.
cake from you.
Oh yes, I'll do that for her. Angie,
Nice one.
Angie will come and say, "Oh, my offer. If my offer says, I will agree." So Angie, wherever you are, a happy birthday from your own offer. So I'll buy a big car for you. He says she'll go to Canada, so I'll take her to Canada as well.
But today,
Angela,
she needs the chocolate cake.
Yes,
too.
and a happy birthday to Dixon's wife. I have to get the name. I have to get the name. Oh, Charlie, I am not doing well at all. Dixon's wife, happy birthday to you. May God bless you today. And I'll find a name, don't worry.
Coach, where is your chocolate?
It's here.
Good. So, happy Chocolates Day as well. As for Chocolates Day, we do not just say Happy Chocolates Day. You have to get someone chocolate. It comes in sizes and different sizes, different prices. So if your money cannot afford the big one, of course you can. It's not about the size, it's about how you do it. So go grab a chocolate, just a small bar, a medium bar, or a big size bar, whichever kind of chocolate. Make sure it is African, is Ghanaian, okay? Because it's chocolate day for us. Wish somebody a happy chocolate day. I have mine here. Good.
I also have mine
That's
here.
good. Are we
And,
good?
the good thing is that it's not very expensive, you know. It's not very expensive. Anyone can afford one.
Can exchange your
yes.
beer bottle for one. Yeah.
It says, okay, anyway, I won't talk for her. I won't talk for her. I almost became a spokesperson, but I decided to.
All right. So I think we'll go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, there's more goodness in the pot for today. Don't go anywhere.